Assalamu alaikum students, welcome back to the social science session. In this video I am going to continue with the types of resources which I have discussed here in the last video. So in the last video we have seen classification of resources on the basis of origin, on the basis of exhaustibility and on the basis of ownership. Fourth category we are going to discuss today on the basis of status of development. There are four subcategories here. The first one, potential resources. Second one, developed resources. Third, stock. And fourth, reserves. So let's talk about each of them in detail. First of all, potential resources means resources which are found in a region but have not been utilized. Those resources can be utilized but due to certain reasons have not been utilized. For example, the western part of India, if we talk about particular in Rajasthan, we know that abundant solar energy due to hot and dry region, right? As well as if we talk about Gujarat, coastal region of Gujarat, where we have that wind flow, so availability of wind energy. But so far this have not been developed properly, so we can say that in Gujarat and Rajasthan wind energy and solar energy are potential resources. Understood? So next one, developed resources. Resources which are surveyed and their quality and quantity have been determined for utilization. We know how to use them. The development of resources depend on technology and level of their feasibility. Like an area covered by the forest. So we know that in how much area that forest expanded, that what kind of trees and other resources are there. But utilization of that forest depends on technology and level of its feasibility. Such resources are called developed resources. Third one, stock. Now listen to stock carefully. Stock is all on the basis on technical know-how. So materials, here materials in the environment which have potential to satisfy human needs. Such kind of materials are already available in environment and such materials have actually potential to satisfy human needs. But actually we do not have appropriate technology to access this. Remember the definition we have discussed before. So here lack of technologically accessible, right? So these are included in the stock. For example, water. Water is compound of oxygen and hydrogen, which are inflammable gases. Hydrogen is extremely inflammable gas and oxygen supports the fire. So here actually those are water is actually stock for this purpose, because we do not have technology. Technically know-how is required to utilize them, but we do not have the appropriate technology. So hence we can say that we consider as stock, because we do not know that how to extract oxygen and hydrogen and then utilize the hydrogen as rich source of energy. So we consider it as stock. Next and the last one, reserve. Reserve is all on the basis of substrate of stock. Substrate of stock which can be put to use with the help of existing technological know-how, but their use has not been started. We know how to use, we have enough technology, technically know-how, right? We know that how to use, but due to certain reason we do not utilize it for present. Like water in the river, we know that we build dam, and that in dam we know that reservoir, and we actually collect water there. We know that how to generate hydroelectricity. However, we keep water, some part of water, some portion of that water we use for generating hydroelectricity, and we keep that large quantity of water for the future need, like for the summer, which can be used for agriculture as well as for generating hydroelectricity, right? So that water, that quantity, what we call it reserve. Similar, like forest, watering dams, like fuel we keep, right? So certain things we keep for the utilization of future purpose, that is called reserves. So this is about different types of resources. In other words, we can call it classification of resources. Now let's talk about development of resources. Why it is required? Is it required? Basically, resources are vital for us, vital for human. Why? For our survival as well as for maintaining the quality of life. It was believed that resources are free gift of nature. As a result, human beings use them indiscriminately, and this has led to the major problems all over the world. And which are those problems? I divide them into three: depletion, social divisions, and global or ecological problems considered in one word each. So let's talk about first depletion. Depletion of resources for satisfying greed of few individuals. Right? We know that we overutilize the resources not of need, but actually because of greed. So because greed of few individuals, those who are rich, those who utilize for industries. So that is first problem about depletion of natural resources. Second one, accumulation of resources in few hands. We know that the ownership of resources by few individuals, right, which divide society into two segments, rich and poor. Those who have acquired the resources, those are rich people, and other poor. So society here divided into two, rich and poor. And third problem, that is the most common problem, indiscriminate exploitation of resources has led to global ecological crisis such as global warming, ozone layer depletion, environmental pollution, and land degradation. So how to sort it out? The equitable distribution of resources has become essential for sustained quality of life and global peace. If the present trend of resources depletion by few individuals or few countries continues, the future of our planet in danger. Three problems we have seen. First problem, that is about the depletion of resources global. Second is social problem, and third, that ecological problems. So resource planning is actually essential for sustainable existence of all form of life, and sustainable existence is a component of sustainable development. Now what is sustainable development? So sustainable development means development should take place without damaging environment. We cannot stop development, we cannot live our life too lower. We need that even better life tomorrow than today. So development should take place without damaging the environment, but here condition is without damaging the environment. And development in the present should not compromise with the need of future generations. That is sustainable development. More about sustainable development and related to it the Agenda 21 as well as resource planning we shall discuss in the next session. Thank you so much for watching the video. Stay tuned.